This is a HeadGum podcast.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to A Funny Feeling Podcast. I'm Betsy Sidaro.
And I'm Marcy Jarrow. This is a podcast where comedians tell us their paranormal experiences, and we listen to yours as well.
Oh, yeah. And if you have one of these paranormal experiences that you want to share with us, please email it to us at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com.
Now get cozy.
And prepare yourself to be scared silly.
This is a Funny Feeling podcast.
Ooh, wow, we are doing it. We're killing the game. Oh my God.
We are destroying it, Marcy.
We're back to true form where we actually invite guests on the podcast to talk to them about their spooky stories.
Yes, I'm so stoked.
Yes, me too. We are new friends with our guest today. One of the co-hosts of Hey Riddle Riddle and Hello from the Magic Tavern, Adal, Rifai. Woo!
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. I'm excited.
Pleasure. It was so fun to do your podcast. We were nervous about having to do riddles, and then we had a blast.
Y'all were so great and very good at riddles. I feel like most people come on and are like, I'm very bad at riddles. And then they get like 8 out of 10. And we're like, this sucks that you're way better than us.
Well, they got that freshman luck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, not overthinking or anything, where it's just kind of like, I don't know, is the answer the door? And it's like, yeah.
You're not
Whoa.
jaded yet. Yeah, it's
Well, tell our listeners about you have Hey Riddle Riddle and Hello from Magic Tavern. So tell us all about it.
Yeah, so Hey Riddle Riddle is a improvised podcast where we do riddles, lateral thinking problems, puzzles, and we try and solve them, obviously, and then also use it as a springboard for improv and bits and goofs. And then Hello from the Magic Tavern is a improvised fantasy podcast. Some people call it a improvised D&D. It's not really that. If you like D&D, you might like it, but it's more just if I guess Cheers was set in Narnia or something, like or Always Sunny was set in Narnia, maybe.
Fun. Also, isn't D&D just kind of like improvised D&D already?
Yes, 100%. So it is redundant. It's redundant to say improvised D&D. Also, Betsy was on an episode of Hello for the Magic Tavern. Two episodes. One live episode, which is one of my favorite live episodes.
I had so much fun.
I think you played a big piece of trash, maybe?
I think so. Yeah, I definitely
Every
played
day.
a piece of trash. I can't remember the name. I had so much fun.
Yeah, that was a blast. Thank you for
Where
doing
did we do it in LA? It was
a
fun space.
It was a space I've never heard of and I've never thought of again, but it was a cool space that had like a bar area with like a ping pong table and all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
It was
really
cool. I had so much fun. Thank you for having me.
That bar's
Thanks for
been
doing it.
dead for 15 years.
Whoa, spooky. Yeah.
Very.
Who did I just pay 15% of my merch sales to?
Oh no, very spooky.
Ghost fraud. Now, I guess we can jump into it and ask you the question that we ask everyone, which is, what, if anything, do you believe about the paranormal?
Ooh, yes. This is very good. Here's the thing. I love haunted houses, both commercial, like the attractions you might go to during the Halloween season, and I also love actual old buildings that are purportedly haunted.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I believe in like ghosts being the, aftershock of the human body walking through time and space, or the soul physicalized walking around. But I do think there's something going on. So I believe that there is some sort of energy.
Yeah.
Could ever say that word with a straight face? I feel like there's something going on. I'm not sure what it is, but I definitely want to believe. I'm definitely entertained by it all, and love reading about it or going on like a haunted tour in New Orleans or something. So it's really fun to be around that community.
Yeah.
Especially a haunted tour. Yes. Whoever leads a haunted tour in any city is going to be some of the best people watching, and it's going to be one of the most entertaining individuals you've ever met with a top hat and a cape.
Yes. Yes.
Our previous guest, Rosie Grant, her parents both are ghost tour guides.
Yeah, in Alexandria, Virginia.
Yeah.
Whoa. Oh, man, that's going to be like Civil War ghosts and stuff?
Yeah, like hardcore, like American
amazing.
history ghosts.
Musket carrying
ghosts. What do you think would be the thing to make you be like, to be officially like, oh, shit, I absolutely believe now?
Oh, boy. I think, and it's so hard because I feel like if a entity came back and gave information we didn't previously have, that would do it for me. But I don't know how you quantify that or like legitimize that. Of like, if some ghost came and if JFK's ghost came and was like, "Here's how it happens," I don't know how you confirm that.
Right.
But I feel like that would do it for me.
What if you and 3 friends also had the same experience? Like if you all woke up in the middle of the night and said that you woke up because you heard someone whisper your name and then you saw a face in front of you, but all 3 of you did it.
Oh.
I think that would help, but I'm also a little I'm a little concerned about, because I think the human mind can be convinced of anything. So I think you can see something and someone could be like, oh, that's this. And you're like, yeah, I guess that is that. And then you put 5 years between that moment and yourself in 5 years. And now you tell a story as like, clear as day, there was this face in front of me.
Right.
Where at the time you were like, I can kind of see that might be a face.
Right. So I'm saying you go to breakfast and someone's like, I wrote this weird thing in my journal, and everyone's like, oh, yeah, I was journaling this morning, too. I was journaling. And then you all were like, we wrote the same sentence.
That would be amazing.
It takes a lot. It takes a lot. Okay.
That would be pretty incredible.
So Adal is a tough cookie, as they say.
But yeah, do you like going on you love going on these ghost tours and stuff?
Oh my God, yes. I'm obsessed. I've been, New Orleans is one of my favorite places to go. I've been maybe on 3 or 4 ghost tours there.
Nice.
Ghost tour in Toronto, ghost tours in Savannah, Georgia. I love
it's a really fun thing to do when you're in a city of just like, what's a fun way to spend a night or an afternoon?
Because you get history of the city as well. Also, God, I want to go to Savannah so badly. I've been wanting to go since I saw. I read the book first, in the Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil.
Yeah,
which is such a good camp movie. I rewatched it. I was like, it's silly, but it still has parts that work.
The Lady Chablis, one of the better characters, but I guess also a real person.
Chablis played herself and is a drag queen, but also I feel like she is a trans woman as well. So like she does drag, she's a trans woman, real performer, actual person who lived in the city, played herself because she's so incredible. And she and John Cusack have insane like chemistry, like just like bouncing off each other. She's incredible.
I gotta watch this.
Yes.
Lady Chablis, John Cusack, I think that's all the celebrities that are in that movie. I'm pretty sure. I'm not forgetting
there's a
any
canceled
leads at all.
There's a big canceled one.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, that's what I
Wait, I'll look it up.
Try to skirt around it.
And I'm
That's
saying
good,
Jude
that's
Law.
good.
I'm saying Jude Law.
Yes. 100. My favorite thing about the tours is, especially Toronto and Savannah, is that as they're trying to be atmospheric, the guides.
Yes.
So they'll be like, right now we're in the Savannah Square where in 1832 a woman was buried alive, and there was a finger. Back in those days they had a string tied around your finger with a bell to the top of the grave, and that's where we get, if you're alive you dangle your finger and the bell 8 feet above rings. That's where we get the terms Saved by the Bell and the terms dead ringer. And I'm like, this is unbelievable information. And then he goes, and if you look over there by that bus stop, that is the bench where Forrest Gump sat and said life is like a box of chocolates. We're going to take a 5-minute break if anybody wants pictures at the bench. And I'm like, more information about
spooky stuff.
I'm like, I feel so learned that I know where these terms come from and all this cool stuff. And now everyone's just scrambling to go sit on the Forrest Gump bench and take a picture.
Fake thing. I have seen that bench.
I
know the bench.
Epic bench.
I've seen
Very
it
good
at
bench.
Bubba Gump Shrimp, but I've never seen it in person. And I've seen it at Bubba Gump Shrimp a lot because I go there a lot.
Yeah, with those funny big shoes that you can put your feet in.
And Marcy, how do you take your shrimp?
Oh my gosh, they discontinued my favorite, which was the Dumb Luck. No, wait, Dumb Luck coconut shrimp is still there, but what was the one that was like stuffed with crab meat? There was one that was like stuffed with crab meat. That was my.
We've gone a couple of times together.
Yeah, but they don't have it, or they didn't have it last time I went. I used to work there in Times Square, so I truly
the mothership.
The mothership.
Yeah.
Worst place in the world for tips. Trust me.
I bet.
Times Square, really?
Well, because it's a lot of international tourists, so just the idea of tips don't work. So.
Right.
Yeah. Bad place.
I went maybe 7 or 8 years ago to the Guy Fieri restaurant in Times Square before it shut down. And I remember it was so wild. Some food was actually good, but I remember I went with a friend and they're like, do you want donkey sauce on the side or whatever? And we're like, yeah, like, come on, we're at Guy Fieri's restaurant in Times Square. You don't think we want donkey sauce? And at some point my friend was joking and the waiter was like, how is everything? And my friend goes, can you go in the back and tell like Guy my compliments to the chef? And the waiter was like, I'm so sorry to tell you this, but Guy isn't oh my gosh. Guy doesn't he's the proprietor, but he's not in the, and we're like, we know.
Oh, that is so cute.
But I think in Times Square there are enough tourists and folks that are like, oh, surely Mickey Mouse is real. Like this is really Mickey Mouse or something. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna shame Guy because I recently went to Spago, which is I think the first big restaurant from Wolfgang Puck. And Wolfgang Puck, hugely famous chef. I would say that in his heyday,
top 3,
bigger than Guy, bigger than, maybe he didn't have his own television show, but huge.
Revolutionized Vegas dining and
absolutely. He was there. He said hello to me. He makes the round, and he's so fucking old. He's so old, making the rounds, and he walked over, put his hand on my shoulder, and said hello, and then was taking pictures with whomever liked one.
Well, wait a minute. Guy Fieri, what the fuck?
Yeah, come on.
Go to the Burbank airport right now, Guy Fieri, and take some
we'll be waiting
pictures.
for you in both terminals.
Give me a fist bump and say off the chain. What are you doing?
Well, so we'll get back to spookies then. So did you are skeptical, but did you grow up with anyone in your family that had superstitions or that believed or
My so I grew up in rural Illinois. I was born in a town called Galesburg, which is very blue collar, very small town. And then I spent a lot of my life in both Kewanee, Illinois and Neponset, Illinois, where my great grandma lives. Neponset, Illinois has a population, I want to say like 350.
Whoa.
Somewhere there. So unbelievable. And I'm not saying 350 as in like 350K or whatever.
Yeah.
350 full stop.
Wow.
Whoa.
Super small farm town.
Very good Native American names too. Very good. Yeah.
Kewanee, Neponset. Yep.
Yeah.
But so I spent a lot of holidays at my great grandma's place. Her name was Fern Brownlee.
Good name.
All her siblings were named after plants or flowers. So she was
God.
She was Fern, which was maybe the most unfortunate of the because there's like Iris and Rose, and then she's Fern, which is maybe the most unpalatable.
Like, no Lily, guys. None. Yeah. No Poppy. No Lily.
There's some other ones we could get. There's some other ones.
I'll take Ficus.
Honestly, you could call me Marigold, so I could be Mary.
Aloe, I could go by Allie.
I don't know. Belle. Bonnie for Bonnet.
No, you Fern.
Fern.
Yeah. But Fern Brownlee, my great grandma, she had a farm in Neponset. And my sister and I, when we were young, we called her Grandma Brownie because we thought that was her name instead of Brownlee. And she had a very old farmhouse. She lived there alone by the time my sister and I were born. Her husband had passed, so she lived there alone and took care of everything. And her old farmhouse, used to be, because it was such a small town, Neponset was the place where everyone would hold funerals. So her farmhouse was like the old funeral home where it was like, that's the biggest house in town. That's where we go put the casket and have the gathering and everything.
She's Zelda Sultanfuss. Wait, Sultanfuss, right? Zelda Sultanfuss? My girl. My girl.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow. I've seen that movie, but like 30 years ago.
Well, it's still good. Anyway, sorry.
Her name in the movie is Zelda. What is it?
Let me see. My girl.
Sultanfuss?
Zelda.
What a name.
She is Sultanfuss.
Sultanfuss.
It's
And this
Veda. It's Veda Sultanfuss.
Veda.
Veda Sultanfuss.
Veda with a V.
Yeah.
Is that a common? I've never Veda.
Sultanfuss.
I've never heard of either of those names.
Anyway.
I thought Zelda Sultanfuss was weird, and then Veda. Okay.
Anyway, I'm just derailing us as always.
No. That was that's the woman from Veep. Is that her character?
Yes.
Oh.
So having the funerals in the house, but they're not morticians, or they're not like.
No.
Okay.
So they would. There was a different. There was a mortician somewhere nearby, but all the funerals would be held in the farmhouse. Whoa. So my great grandma was definitely the sort of most staunchly pro ghost, pro supernatural person in our family, and she would say it she was a very just tough as nails woman in terms of like, if we're at the farmhouse when I was a kid, you see a spider on the wall, I would be like, eek, like a spider, and point, and she would just walk up and with her thumb just squish it and then like throw it in the trash. So like unflinchingly, like she did not care.
Yes.
Tough as nails. And she would speak about ghosts matter of factly because she used to raise some dogs, and she would she had like Arabian horses on her farm, and a lot of animals going on. And she would say at night, she's in this big farmhouse by herself. She would say at night, she would like be sleeping and like one of her hands might be off the side of the bed, and she would feel like a licking or something, and she would look down and see a black dog and be like, oh, that's like Charlie who died 10 years ago or something.
Whoa.
And so she'd just see like the ghost of a dog and be like, oh, like that's great, and then go back to sleep. So she would always tell those kind of stories of like, oh, Charlie came last night, and just say it in a way that wasn't like, oh my God, last night. Dog. She wouldn't set the scene. She'd just be like, Charlie came last night, and we'd be like, oh, fun, Grandma, like that's great. And she'd be like, yeah, he seemed happy, and we're like, very good. So it was just a thing. It was never debated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was just like she absolutely believes she sees these ghosts. So that was sort of my first entree into being like, okay, the supernatural might be real. Mm-hmm. And of course, scary stories to tell in the dark, Alvin Schwartz, Stephen Gammell, those stories, that art made me obsessed.
Did anything happen? Like, did anything kind of strange happen in that house when you would go visit?
The one thing that I experienced, that I actually saw and experienced, was one time my great grandma was mowing the lawn and like fell and like had to go to the hospital. So I went to go stay the night and like watch the house and take care of the dogs that she had, the living dogs she had. Nomo and I can't remember the other dog's name, but two dogs that like jumped a lot. But I was staying there, and she had there's sort of a screen door, interior enclosed kind of porch, and then that went into the kitchen. So I remember being in the living room kind of watching TV or whatever I was doing, and I was probably watching Leno and his just crazy headlines.
Hell yeah. Crazy headlines is so good.
I love the weird the people who got married and they'd be like pinching butts. Yeah.
Yes.
Mary Butts and Peter Sauce.
Yeah. Sauce, yeah.
And those people should be shamed. So I was watching something. It was probably like 11 p.m. It was definitely like fairly late.
Yeah.
And I remember the dogs were in the kitchen, and they were sort of yapping and looking at the door that goes to the enclosed porch. So I remember the dogs barking, and I'm like, they hadn't been barking all day, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on. If they're like hungry, I don't I don't know, I did all the things on the list to take care of these dogs. I don't know what's happening. So they were barking and barking and barking. So I get up from the couch, I go into the kitchen, and they're staring at the door barking. And then suddenly the motion light of for the porch, it was dark in the room. The motion light for the porch lights up, and I can see it like under the door. So it's not the kitchen door I'm staring at that the dogs are staring at is a full wood door. There's no, you can't see through it, but it leads to the porch that has a screen door. So the motion light comes on. I see the light come on under the door. Immediately the dogs stop barking, and I get like goosebumps and like that feeling of like your stomach does a flip, and you also get like your hackles raise, and you're like, you turn into like caveman, and you're like, this is everything comes down to this.
Yes. Yep.
And then there was like 10 seconds, 15 seconds where I just was like, didn't move and was like, I don't know what to do. And I'm sort of frozen to the spot. And then the motion sensor light went off under the door and it went dark again. And then the dogs turn and look at me and then like slowly pad their way into a different room. And I was like, do I open the door? Do I look outside? No. But that was one of the scariest moments of my life. And I was probably 17, maybe. I was still in high school. But it was...
And your body reacting like that is like something is going on. Like when you're physically reacting like that, it's like, you go into like caveman mode, lizard brain of just like, here we go, something is up. What?
But it was terrifying. And I do believe, I don't know if I believe they see ghosts, but I do believe that animals have clearly senses we don't have in terms of like, they sense when a storm is happening, or they can sense when some event, So I do believe in that to some degree.
Yeah, they have like a bit better hearing than we might. Well, some, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And my cats can see the tiniest bugs. They're obsessed with them.
Yeah, their eyes can like see
stuff.
Their
eyes can see stuff.
Their eyes can see stuff that we cannot.
Also, don't open the door. If this ever happens to anyone else, no, don't open that door.
Yeah.
I
it's
would,
also
for
the
sure.
thing. You would?
Oh, I absolutely love confronting things.
Marcy's walking into danger.
Oh, yeah. I'm just like, I won't feel okay about this until I confront it. So,
yeah. Do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah.
There's always a thing of, I don't remember if I felt it in the moment, but I feel like there have been instances in my life where I'm like, there's a sound in my house or whatever. And there are moments where I'm like, do I do the thing and go like, hello? Because what do you hear, it's such a basic instinct, but I think because you hear it in movies all the time.
Yes.
Hello? Is someone there? But I don't know. Are you expecting a killer or a ghost to be like,
because then do you want somebody to be like, like, oh, shit.
Which is actually maybe more scary than not saying anything.
Yeah. Also, I've heard like conflicting things about what you should be doing if there's an intruder. Like, one is don't turn on the lights.
Because you know your house better than they do.
Yeah, so if you're walking around in the dark, you know it. You know the dark layout of your house.
That's good.
But I've also heard that if there's an intruder, like, stay in bed and pretend to be asleep.
I heard that.
Okay.
Because that way they're probably not trying to kill you.
Like they're probably just robbing or something.
Yeah,
and so
better to not confront. But I want to hunt and stalk them, I guess, is what I want to do.
Marcy's going to bring them down.
Yeah.
The number one thing I've heard is if you have a bat in your house, put a sock on that bat.
Yes.
Because then if you swing and they grab it and you pull back, they get the sock, you get the bat.
Oh,
so good.
Betsy and I have talked about this many times. And it's my favorite thing to tell people when they tell me they have a bat. I'm like, put a sock on it.
Put a sock on it. Put a sock on it.
Now, I just have a crowbar.
Oh, that's
Marcy's hardcore.
Nifty.
Well, it's because if there's an earthquake and anything shifts and you can't get out of a door, like if it, like if the frame shifts, you could always pry yourself out or out of a window, break, but a crowbar is like, it's a little heavy, but it's good for stabbing, jabbing, and smacking. Yeah.
Stabbing, jabbing,
smacking.
Yeah.
And Marcy, I have to ask, how much are you a product of Home Alone?
of booby traps, huh? I get
'Cause it
Betsy
seems like
really is, but
I'm
Okay.
a product.
Okay. Because when you said I if there's someone in my house, I want to stalk them. I'm like, that feels like a Home Alone move of like, I'm gonna make these MFers pay.
yes,
Yeah, you're gonna
absolutely.
regret.
Yeah.
This is my house.
I'm
You're gonna regret it.
very much like motivated by vengeance. Even in like my career, my everything. Honestly, like I'm totally like revenge everything. Like all of this, only spite is responsible for my success in life.
I highly recommend the documentary The Last Dance about Michael Jordan and how he would make up lies about what people said to him to motivate him to play harder.
Whoa, really?
Oh yeah,
I watch that.
He would be like, "Oh, this guy in the Pacers just said like you suck, go back to retirement or something," and then everyone would be like, "Oh my god!" And then he'd score 70 points, and they'd be like, "Why'd you say that to Jordan?" And the guy's like, "I never said that."
Whoa.
So he would just make stuff up to like motivate himself. 'Cause
Yes.
he's a sociopath.
Yeah. He's one of those people you're like, greatest athlete. Also, his dad, he's the reason why his dad got killed, right?
Most likely.
Possibly. I was like, well, here's the theory. I don't know anything. This is all alleged, but I've heard that he had a bad gambling problem and that he owed people money that wasn't paid back in a timely manner, and warnings were told, I don't do the same kind of vengeance, but that could have been what happened there, that he was
vengeanced.
Yeah, it was a little, hey, you don't mess with us sort of thing.
Yeah, we told you.
Oh, very rude of everyone involved, though.
Very rude.
Yes.
Betsy,
yeah.
I really like using vengeance as an adjective or as a verb. You got vengeance.
Yeah,
you
you
got
got
As a verb,
vengeance.
yeah.
Oh, you got venged.
You got venged.
So I feel like you told us that you might even have another experience, right?
Yes, I had, and I since have kind of learned what this was, but at the time it was the scariest thing that's ever happened to me. I was staying at a hotel and alone, and I had a thing where I was sleeping on my back, and at some point I woke up, and I'm laying in bed, and I sort of have the covers up to my chest, and I see in the room there's a little bit of light just from, I don't know if it's from like a night light by the main door or something, but in a hotel rarely is it like pitch dark, so there's a little bit of light happening, and I see a shadow sweep across where there's a little bit of light on the wall. I see a shadow sweep across it, almost like Francis Ford Coppola's Dracula movie. If you've ever seen that.
Yes.
Yeah, where it's like Gary Oldman as Dracula kind of stays put, but you see his shadow like move on its own.
Yep.
So I saw that kind of moment, and my whole body puckered like a butthole, and I went to scream, and nothing would come out, and I was like, I can't scream, I can't move or anything, and then I saw the shadow sort of seemingly come off the wall where it disappeared into and come towards me. So it was like,
I got chills.
The shadow had like depth to it, where it was like just an outline in black moving towards me, but not even the shape of a human, just like shadowness moving towards me, and every part of my body was like high alert, and my brain was, I was like, I don't know what's happening, I can't move. It turns out in moments of fear and danger, I'm a coward, and
you freeze.
Like during a robbery, I'm like, I'm gonna do something, and then I'm like, oh no. So I was like so confused, and I'm like, this is how I die, and I'm more terrified than I've ever been in my life, and my skin is crawling and everything. I feel like a little bit of pressure on my legs, and I'm like, is this someone? Like, is he gonna pull me off the bed and kill me? Like, and I can't even see who or what this is.
Yeah.
And it lasts in total maybe like probably under a minute. But it felt much longer. And then suddenly I was able to move. I was able to kind of get up and clear my throat, and like, I didn't produce a noise at that time, but just kind of clear my voice and talk again. And then I realized at some point later that that's not a night terror, sleep paralysis.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So at the time I didn't know what sleep paralysis was. So I guess it's like if you're sleeping and you wake up, if your body wakes up and you're sleeping, your brain will sometimes be like, to protect you, I'm going to make you think you're still dreaming, just so your body doesn't like get up on its own and start sleepwalking or something. So my body was awake, but my brain is still in a bit of a dream state. Where it's producing dreamlike moments to keep me in bed. But my brain wouldn't let my body move. And I have never been more scared in my life.
Because your brain knew you were a coward and that you wouldn't.
My brain was like, buddy.
So.
Yeah.
Keep him safe, put any amount of danger in front of him.
And now I purposely have dreams where I'm like, there's like a Jack Reacher-sized guy in a bar. And I'm like, all right, brain, hold me back.
Yeah. Come on, brain. Don't make me move. Good job.
I'd destroy you if my brain was holding me back.
Whoa, that is so scary.
Yeah, it was, I mean, the worst feeling in the world. I can't describe it. It's unbelievably bad.
Because it's interesting. I feel like the stories we've heard of sleep paralysis, has a different order where people wake up, but their body is paralyzed. Yeah.
Oh, that's what happened to me.
Oh, I thought you realized that your body, that you didn't move after. Okay. So, yes. Now I get it.
Yeah.
I was thinking that you were like, I could move, but I got scared.
No. I opened my eyes but I didn't recognize I couldn't move. I thought I just opened my eyes.
Yes.
And then I saw it, and then I went to scream, couldn't scream, went to move, couldn't move. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's so scary. Yeah.
I've never experienced it. I don't want
Has it happened since at all?
It happened one other time in a much less severe way.
Yeah.
And then never again. And I don't know if it's. I thought it was something. If you had it, you had it. It's like the cilantro thing where it's like. It's not like 1 out of 100 times I taste cilantro and I'm like soap. It's like I think you either have that or you don't.
Right. Yeah.
But I guess I had a tinge, just a little sprinkle of sleep paralysis.
Because it's always, and we talk about this a lot, like it's always a fine line where it is kind of like, yeah, sleep paralysis is like scientific and stuff, but there's some stuff where it's like, sometimes you hear these stories and it's like, that's paranormal. I mean, it's all but you know where it is like, it's a perfect time for something to come in and like visit or whatever while you're kind of sleeping still. Being in a hotel, you know, like hotels are like, a lot of shit happens in hotels.
Oh, yes.
Whoa.
Yeah. It's, It also made me, when I finally learned what it was, it also made me think of like how wild it must be if you were a person in like the 1400s, because those people had a lot of the same stuff we might have today.
Yes.
If you're in the 1400s and that happens to you, now I understand where it's like that happens to you the next morning, you're in the town square and you're like, my neighbor's a fucking witch.
Absolutely.
And people are like, what? And you're like, this shadow came into my room and held me down last night, wouldn't let me move. Clearly, that's Tabitha. Let's all kill her.
And Tabitha's just like, you guys, come on. I'm sorry I said 2 + 2 = 4 one time. Now you think I'm a damn witch?
She's a witch. Yeah. They're like, she's a night owl. She's always up till 2 doing chores.
Yeah,
clearly it's
cleaning your filthy clothes, my husband.
Yeah.
My husband?
Just diarrhea in your pants. Come on, man.
I told you that in confidence.
It is really wild to think about that, of just these and just all of these things that we're even just learning about now, like with brain stuff, where it's always been happening to humans. And what did they think in the 1400s? A witch, or you're possessed by something where it's like, no, you might just have like TMJ, you know, like
that rules.
It's so wild.
Also, just basic stuff like, not basic stuff, but stuff like the Northern Lights or something, where it's like, oh, if I live in 1400 and I see the Northern Lights, I'm absolutely being like, oh, the gods are angry, or like a good crop will befall us, you know.
Yes.
Yeah. Or like I saw heaven, or
Yes. Yeah.
And then having a bad crop year or whatever, just being like, we must have done something wrong.
We
where it's like,
pissed
no,
someone off.
that just fucking happens.
Well, and also because it is science, like that they could actually be like, oh, that is related. Like,
True.
like with the full moon, like the full moon does make people act a little different. They don't know exactly why, but I always tell this story, so forgive everyone who's already heard it. But like years, I want to say like maybe 15 years or longer ago, I sat in at the 911 call center in my hometown.
Whoa.
Just for like, I just wanted to like see how it worked and like,
Wild.
you know, ask them some questions and watch them field some calls.
What's your hometown? Is it a
very
major
small
city?
town in Louisiana. So, but this is actually the we have parishes instead of counties there. So it was like the parish, Livingston Parish. And so I went in and was just asking the captain questions, and I was like, is there like any day of the week that's worse? Like after like an LSU football game, is it worse? Or like, you know,
yeah.
or like Saturday, Sundays, like, cause you know, like there's a lot of people party in Louisiana a lot. So,
Oh, yeah.
and he was like, well, statistically around the country, full moons, we have a lot more, like violent crimes, and, you know, he's like, there's just a lot more. He's like, I don't know if it's because, he's like, we don't know why, but it's statistically around the country, there is an uptick
Whoa.
Yeah.
in crime. And he's like, maybe
That's where we get the term lunatic. Lunar.
exactly.
Yeah.
He was like, I
Oh,
don't know if
shit.
it's his theory was maybe it's because people can see better outside, and so they go start problems. But yes, that like, and I was like, that was really interesting that like they have stats on it, and maybe this man's not correct. I don't know. Don't fact check him. That's not nice. He might not be alive anymore. But I so like it is. It's like it's scientific, but maybe we don't know it yet. I assume it has something to
Yeah.
do with gravitational pull and our bodies being so much water and that you can pull us like the ocean. Maybe not though. I don't know.
like that. I never even thought about that. But yeah, you're right. The tides are affected more by the.
Yeah.
That's a really good theory.
Yeah, so who
Dang.
even knows? Or like even like with eclipses, it's like, well, we are closer or we're positioned differently. Like, you know, there's a
Yeah.
lot of things that could factor into it. Or solar flares. We always like maybe not always aware, but like when there's bad solar flares, it fucks up our internet.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Oh.
When there's
That's
like,
wild.
because it's like magnetic up there, and it can really like, if you're like, man, this week it sucks. And then it's like, oh, because there's a bunch of solar flares going on.
Whoa.
I'm very excited for science to catch up with to like put a label on that and be like, here's exactly what's happening. Because even maybe not necessarily science, but even like the whole witch thing, like witches have cats and familiars and stuff, I believe goes back to the plague, where it was like women who were single wanted companionship, so they'd get a cat,
Yeah.
and then the cats would kill the rats, so the
Yes.
single women were never getting bitten by rats.
Yeah,
Because
and
they
then
had
all
a
these
cat.
dudes are like, she's doing fine. She's a witch.
Yeah, they're like, clearly she's doing magic, and she has a little cat that's the devil. And it's like, no, if you just look at it from a common sense perspective, the cat
Yep.
is killing rodents before she can
Oh.
contract the plague.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for that moment with stuff like full moon and
Yes.
solar flares and stuff, where it's like, clearly, here's what's going on. We just didn't have the you know,
Yep.
equipment or whatever.
Yeah. TikTok will teach you everything.
Marcy.
Hondo P.
Everything.
Marcy.
Recently, a listener on another podcast of mine said that Marcy always comes in strong and wrong.
Ooh.
And I honestly
that.
should block them and make sure they cannot listen to my podcasts anymore because that is accurate and rude.
Strong and wrong.
Strong and wrong.
Betsy, are you anti-TikTok?
I don't have it, and I do worry sometimes that people are getting too much into, well, on TikTok, where it's like,
Yes. Yeah.
hey, I don't know too much. I worry a little bit about relying on it. Not
Yeah.
that Marcy is or anything, but
I've been there, and I think I've done something that a lot of people seemingly it's a recent trend, which is I'll hear something on TikTok, and then someone will be like, "Oh, this," and I'm like, "Oh, I was just reading about that," and I'm like,
Yes.
Adal,
yeah.
Adal. You were not reading. You saw a TikTok.
Yes.
You know very well you weren't reading a thing and can't anymore.
Yep.
And I do it with Instagram, where I'll have that of just like, hey, I read this thing, and it's like a caption. You read a caption, maybe.
It's someone dancing and they're pointing their finger to a box that says like,
Yes.
Yeah.
And that worries me too, of that idea of me relying on like, this one person has this opinion. That's it. That freaks me out.
Did I hit a certain age and become my parents who saw something on Facebook and then like, well, that's true now.
Yes,
right.
How can anything on the internet be infactual? Like, it must be correct. Or else why would it be on the internet?
And then if you're doing the old school, back in the day, guys, we were told to get to other sources. But if you're only getting them from TikTok, things become trends and people just sort of regurgitate things they've heard. So you actually have to go find the sources elsewhere. And it's very frustrating.
Very frustrating.
But I do that. If anything ever sounds like, that's wild, I would have never thought that, then I'm like, I got to go see if I can find any other information.
Let me make sure.
I'm really good at my two other sources, for sure. And I will look.
Chat GPT and...
I don't do those. I don't do those. I don't do Cybertrucks. I don't do those.
No.
In fact, we learned how to turn off. Someone told us how to turn off the AI, Google AI that tells you, because it's always wrong.
Wow.
I think you have to do like minus AI. Again, someone told me and I did not retain it, but I hate that in the Google search that the first thing that comes up is Google AI.
That. I'm like, no way, get out of here.
Yeah,
it's so frustrating. But yeah, checking your sources. I'm pretty good at checking my sources, and I also will go if it's a site I don't know very well. I will go see who is like the editor or who owns it.
See if it's like legit. I'm like, is this a real thing or not?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm a researcher is what I'm saying. Have you ever been to any psychics or done like tarot or anything like that?
I went to Salem a few years ago and did the. It wasn't tarot. It was like, I guess, fortune telling. What's the difference between fortune telling and psychic? Is there one?
I mean, it depends on like what kind of divination they're using, I guess. Like some people just sit across from you and tell you what they see, and some people have like, like their tarot deck or like, I don't know, like whatever they could use, but similar. It's all the same, I think.
Okay. But I had a sesh with this person, and it was a thing of like, it felt like I felt very let down because I think it was like, I don't know, $65 or something for 20 minutes. But it was a thing of like the broad generalizations that horoscopes provide where it's like, there is something big coming up. And I'm like, okay. And she's like, this will be a fork in the road and you must choose whether you are. And I'm like, So I've done that and I'm pretty unimpressed. I think tarot might be fun just because, boy, I love cards. And that seems a little...
And since it's interpretive, you can actually find out a lot about what you're feeling about a particular subject or thing going on in your life.
And I love the idea of that I can touch the card, like where they're like, I think they say like cut the deck or whatever they do.
Yeah.
I guess I've never done it, but I've seen it done. But I like the idea that I have an effect on the deck and then I cause something that will be read to me versus you sit across from me and look at me and you go, do you have someone in your life who died with the letter M? And it's like, I think we all do. Like,
yeah, I guess technically.
Yeah. That sort of John Edwards capabilities.
Reading. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, tarot is very fun because it feels like therapy and because you get to kind of interpret what the cards mean, know, with the help of somebody being like, you've been kind of stressed about this or whatever it might be. And you're like, I have been. And it makes you kind of talk about what you've been feeling lately or whatever.
And
it's nice.
There's a really nice trick with tarot that depending on if the card is upside down or right side up, you can make it mean the opposite of what it's supposed to mean.
Okay. I like that. So a lot of variations.
Oh, yeah. So you're like, okay, see, it actually is this. Yeah.
I'm definitely going to try and schedule tarot at some point in Chicago here.
Yes.
I will also say, if you two are ever in Chicago, let me know.
Yes.
Because there's 3 places that I know of. Illinois in general, I think is very one of the top haunts.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
old cities. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but there is old cities with deep tragedy in terms of our fire. There's a place called Bachelor Grove Cemetery, which I think is always on the list of like.
Yes.
It's like number 1 or number 2 most haunted spots in the U.S. So Bachelor Grove Cemetery is a big one. There's a place I've been to called Resurrection Cemetery, which is maybe not the original origin, but it's one of the origins of the story of like car drives by a cemetery. Car drives by a road at night, sees like a girl in a prom dress or something, gives her a ride, and as they pass the cemetery, she disappears.
Yes.
So
cool.
there's that story, and there's these wrought iron gates that people say the bars of the gate have to keep being replaced because there are fingerprints or handprints that get like soldered into them, and they have to keep replacing them.
Just
And
leave
then
them, guys. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
It's a good story.
She hates these bars, like Steve Martin in The Jerk. And then there's one place I went to where I have a small story, and this is maybe indicative of the convincing when 2 people are together, they might convince each other.
Okay.
A friend and I went to who's a friend of mine who also just loves Halloween and scary stuff. We went to, I think it's called the Jane Addams Hull House, Hull Hull House.
Oh.
Which is in near like UIC campus in Chicago, like a little bit south in the city. But it's been around since like the 1800s or something, I think, or maybe even earlier. I think it's Jane Addams set up this house for like women to go to if they needed shelter or to escape a bad situation kind of thing. And we had heard that this place was haunted. So we went there at like 1 a.m.
Yes.
There's, lights are off. There's no entry or anything. We go up to the door just to be like, oh, we went up to the door of the house. And on the house, there's like a smudge on the door that's maybe like 3 feet up from the floor. And the smudge is on the inside. So the smudge is, we tried to wipe it away. It's on the inside of the door. It's about 3 feet tall, 3.5 feet tall, somewhere in there. And as we're looking at it, my friend Farrell and I were kind of like, what is that? What does that look like?
Ew.
And he's like, it kind of looks like a pig snout. Like it almost looks like a pig snout and then like cheeks or something. And I'm like, oh yeah, I kind of see that.
What?
So we're like, we're taking pictures. We're like, that's kind of weird, like this little pig snout smudge or whatever. And then we leave, and the next day I look up on like Wikipedia or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I look up like, why is Hull House haunted? Like, what's the story or something? And the story I found was that at some point, maybe in the late 1800s or early 1900s, somebody left a casket or whatever it might be, swaddling on the front door with a baby, and they took it in, and it was like a deformed devil baby or whatever they called it.
What?
And they're like, this baby was supposed to be like the devil's baby or something. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, a pig face? A little pig face baby?
Pig face baby.
That would be the devil's baby.
That would.
Yeah.
It'd be like goat horns, pig face, chicken body or something. So that was an instance where I was like, I don't know if I would have seen the pig face if my friend didn't see it first.
Right.
And then
Right.
I'm
and
also
then
like,
reading about it, being
Yes.
like, oh, it must have been.
the confirmation bias of like, oh, now I'm convinced, where it's like, I don't know if I'm really convinced, but.
I think you saw the pig face
I mean,
of the devil baby.
as someone with a pug nose, though, I kind of worry that it could just be a little Marcy face person with an upturned nose and greasy head.
We got to look up the whole house, and we'll see like an old timey picture from the 1800s and be like, that looks like Marcy.
Hey,
Wait
that's
a minute.
Whoa.
Is Marcy immortal?
Oh, wow.
yeah, that's spooky though.
That is so
Little devil
spooky.
baby.
Chicago, yeah. Chicago's got some. It's a spooky town.
Oh, yeah. You're both in L.A.?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is LA seems so new and also so spread out. Like, is there any momentum for ghosts?
Oh yeah,
Tons.
I mean, there's
Tons.
a lot of, lot of tragedy and people, desperate people, a lot of,
The Hollywood side of it all brings a lot of
and serial killers,
Oh, yeah.
There's that too. And just, they've had, what was it? There was a dam that broke and flooded.
Right.
There are natural disasters and stuff here. So,
Oh, man.
yeah. The dam that I think it was the Hollywood dam that broke and basically kind of killed so many people. Let me look it up. Let's see. Hollywood dam break. So Hollywood dam break. So the Mulholland Dam. And that was in 1928. And let's see how many people died from that. It was
there's a lot of wild stuff.
431 people died in this Hollywood dam break. I mean, the Mulholland Dam break.
I was hoping you'd get Google AI being like, Jean-Claude Van Damme got his Hollywood break in the movie Universal Soldiers.
Honestly, basically, yeah. Only Wikipedia
so
told
funny.
me, yeah. Damn break.
Damn break. Have y'all been on are there LA ghost tours?
Oh,
yeah, there's a bunch.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Man.
Because there's there's Hollywood murders, there's we
Black
have
Dahlia murders and
and also
Manson
Charles
was-
Manson, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Lot
Yeah,
of-
there's a bunch of stuff.
I gotta go on one of these.
Yes, come to LA and we'll do one.
Yes, please.
Yeah,
Yes,
we
please.
don't do enough of that stuff. We're always
I
like,
know.
we're
I
gonna
gotta
do
get
this.
better at that.
We're fools. And then I've lived in haunted places out here. I think it's just it had fast growth, and then with that people die because they're unsafe building practices and stuff. So yeah, it's stuff like that. And when I first moved here, there was there was hands and feet found on Canyon.
Oh, yeah.
Up Canyon.
Yep, in Griffith Park, yeah.
In Griffith Park. And then they found a head, and I was like, what is that? I literally remember going to bed because I lived alone. My roommate was off and gone, and I remember just going to sleep one night and being like, never thought about someone cutting off my hands and my head.
My head.
Never thought that was a possibility because it happened. I lived near where they were found, so I was like, oh, that's new. That's a new fear.
Oh my God. That truly one of the most, and I totally forgot the numbers, but I was reading the other day, TikTok, that they say there's something along the lines of at any given time in the U.S. there's 250 serial killers or something. It's some number where you're like, oh,
active.
No.
I've
Yes.
seen something like that, and I was like, no way, dude.
Yeah.
Because I think in my head, I'm like, there's probably two, and they trade off. And then one dies or gets caught, and you're like, it'll be a few months before there's another second. Yeah.
Serial. Multiple.
Let's see. Was it called The Killing? Is A&E? It was an A&E doc series called Killing Fields, and it was about The Killing Season. That's what it was. And it is about. It starts off about the Long Island serial killer. And then quickly as they're investigating that, they're like, oh, at any given time, there's 200 active serial killers. And basically the FBI is like, I don't know, man. Now after 9/11, we have our hands full. We don't even investigate those. Because the theory is some could be long haul truckers. So they're not from the area. They're coming in, killing people, and then maybe even dumping their bodies in another state. And that's why they're unidentified.
Yep.
I've always hated long haul truckers, and now I know why.
Yeah.
And now I know.
If you drink enough 24-hour energy drink or whatever those little things are, 7 hour, what are those? The little red
5-hour one.
Yeah.
5 hour. If you drink enough of those, I think it alters your brain to where you think you're in a video game.
Meth.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, big time. Oh, God.
For sure.
So, bucket list item: catch a serial killer in the act.
Great.
In the act. Stopping it. But you want to stop it. You want to thwart it, right?
They're in the act of killing me.
Okay.
but you stop 'em.
Again, thwarting it, right?
But it's also bucket list because I would just want to prove I'm not a coward, that I won't freeze up.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I also want to go to the Southwest, probably specifically Arizona, all the ghost towns that are there,
Yes.
like that sort of like abandoned town where it's like literally called a ghost town, but then there's also hauntings within it.
Yes.
I definitely want to experience that at some point in my life.
Yeah. Marcy's gone to Jerome, Arizona.
That's
cool.
like the number one, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
How was it?
It was very cool. My friends did bail midway through the ghost tour because they were on mushrooms, and so it was just me and one other woman walking with a strange man into abandoned buildings, and I was like, well, this is actually scary.
Yeah.
But we did a ghost box, and it said my friend's name.
Yeah, that's wild.
Now she's a bit of a celebrity, so that's so that could explain it. But
Diana Ross.
Yes.
What was
Diana.
You're friends with Diana Ross, right?
Very good friends.
And
But
she loves spooky stuff.
But
Diana Ross loves ghost tours.
it's a cool place though, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I really want to go.
I heard she was like, my backup singers will be the Supernaturals. And they're like, can we compromise the Supremes maybe? It's still a SUP. What is a ghost box? I assume is like the thing that they have on like those bro-y Ed Hardy ghost hunter shows. Is it like you capture audio and then play it back on a computer or something?
This one is like almost like tuning AM radio.
Okay.
So it's like rapidly tuning, but you'll hear words like come through. It's like not AM, but it's like going through like radio signals really quickly. So it's like
And
But
then
that
you'll hear like
is why
Marcy or whatever.
Yeah, it is interesting that it did specifically say my friend's name and then talk about like a family member of hers. So
There it is.
Holy shit.
but it's like very like Betsy, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Big butt, blah, 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 blah.
Big butt.
Betsy Big Butt. Big
We
butt.
gotta find a ghost that's just constantly being like big butt.
Big butt, big butt.
Big butt.
Just a horny ghost.
Yes.
Look, it likes what it likes, and you can't stop it. Should we listen to some listener stories? You have time for that?
Yes, please.
All right.
Yes.
I'm gonna pull one right up then.
Yes.
Hi, ladies. I heard you're desperate, so I came a-calling. This is Hannah from Hannah Sid Reads. I have another story. This one's about my creepy baby. He's 13 now, so not so much a baby. Here are two very creepy things that he did as a child. The first happened at his babysitter's house. She lived in kind of an old pioneer town. And she said she all of a sudden got chills. She got this really freaky feeling. They were on their way to walking outside past this staircase. Sorry, my dog's like snacking underneath me. My baby's also snacking. Oh, and burping. And my son looked up the stairs and said, "There's a cowboy lady up there." And then he went on to say, "She looks mad at me." So they rushed outside, and that was that. His babysitter / my very good family friend is Native American, so she just saged the shit out of her house after that. It said she didn't have any more troubles, although people had often said the upstairs of her house felt creepy. The next time my son was very, very creepy. So he was maybe like 2 or 3 then. This happened when he was 5. This is me and my then boyfriend and him had just moved in together into a rental house. And honestly, the upstairs felt horrible. Like, I wouldn't go up there. If I went up there, I felt crazy. My dad said he felt like there was like demons up there. It wasn't great upstairs, but I was kind of in denial. I was all psyched to have this cute house in a cute location. But one day my son came like just running into the bathroom while I was trying to take a poo. And normally I would have been pretty mad at him, but he just looked terrified. Like how I had not seen him before, and he was crying and even shaking. "Oh, hey, baby." And he said that he saw an orange cat sitting on my bed. I don't have an orange cat. And at first it looked normal. And then it smiled, like think Cheshire cat, like all of a sudden this doesn't look like a real cat anymore. And its eyes started going side, 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 side. Oh, so creepy, so creepy. Anyway, we moved out shortly after that into a house that we bought, and no ghost stories here. I'm so happy. Nothing haunting. I'm sure I can muck up more scary stories. My son is going to be so excited if you play these 2 stories that happened to him. And I think he has 1 or 2 that he might like to tell himself. So, we love you guys. And don't shit your pants. And I know you're so desperate for my stories, so I'll keep them coming.
Absolutely desperate. Whoa. Desperate as hell for these stories.
Whoa.
Hannah, was that the...
Hannah, yes.
Damn, that was the juxtaposition of like the cow was it cowboy lady on the stairs who looks upset, like malevolent presence, and then the smiling cat like that. Also hearing those stories while like super creepy, spooky stories while a baby is like gurgling with mirth is like so
yes, it's
weird.
So wild.
Yeah.
Punctuated by
yeah.
Dude, that cat, it feels so like something evil was like, kids like cats, right? Kids like Garfield. Let's make a yellow or an orange cat who hates Mondays, but then it'll be evil.
I didn't even think of that. Yeah, but like...
And I would... Oh, please.
Oh, just the Garfield of it all.
Can I... Do you guys have merch?
I guess somewhere we might. I don't know.
Can I get a funny feeling shirt that says the Garfield of it all?
That's the Garfield of it all.
That I feel like that's a more erudite Garfield on a Monday. Oh, the Garfield of it all.
Garfield of it all.
The Garfield
also,
of it all.
Betsy, I would argue Garfield is evil. Shipping Nirmal to Tibet or wherever.
That's pretty true.
Yeah, Garfield could be one of the 250 active serial killers.
Probably. Yeah, where is Odie, everybody? Where's Odie been?
Where's Odie been? Kicking a dog. Fastidious eater who only has one cuisine he enjoys.
Psychopath.
Yeah. Lasagna or nothing? Come on, what are we doing?
Psycho.
Also, you can't give a cat garlic.
Oh.
It's not good for them.
Yeah, it's rotted its brain.
And what's even crazier would be lasagna without garlic. That's fucked up, man.
Inedible.
That's garbage. Get out of here. Okay, we hate Garfield.
Yes.
Garfield is a serial killer.
Well, and it's bogus. It's bogus. It's not happening. Have you ever seen the John without Garfield? That it's all a hallucination.
That's
that
funny.
comic strip, and also I think it's called like Mr. Boop. Those 2 comics are like some of the funniest things I've ever seen.
Mr. Boop? I don't know about Mr. Boop.
Mr. Boop is a comic. I think it was online and then it was eventually published because it caught it had some traction behind it. But it's a guy who ends up marrying Betty Boop and just all the troubles that befall him because he's married to Betty Boop. It's hilarious.
That is so funny.
Yeah.
Very
much
I
worth
will
reading.
look it up immediately.
Now, I do hate to pass over the fact that Hannah's father thought there were demons upstairs.
Right? How wild to move into a place and then your dad is like, I think there's demons upstairs.
I would
no.
immediately want an electrician to come to make sure there's not high, I forget what it's called. It's not like EMF, but it actually is, I think. That sometimes you can have exposed wires or there's just so much I forget if it's a type of wire or something and it kind of makes you have a feeling of doom and dread.
Whoa. Oh. Like a certain frequency or something?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is a phenomenon that they're sometimes you even see it on ghost hunter shows. They'll have an electrician come in to make sure that's not what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, if she, because she already said the room felt off, or maybe the whole upstairs.
Yeah.
And then if her dad also has that sensation or feeling, that's pretty severe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also some places are just, the vibes are off, you know?
Yeah, that's fair.
The vibes are off there. Do you have, just before we go, if there's anything else you want to share, if any other things have popped into your head? Sometimes
Have you seen an evil Garfield?
Yeah.
No, but now I want to write that comic.
Yes.
Malevolent Garfield.
Yeah, get going with it. Absolutely.
Yeah. Marcy, I think earlier you said the killing field. I think Garfield is the killing field. I think it's the Killing Garfield movie. I think that's my title. Because maybe the Killing Field is about Cambodia, but I can't remember. But anyway.
Could you see him just driving a big rig across the country, smoking cigarettes and yeah,
pounding
Breaker
5-hour
1,
energy
2.
drinks.
Yeah.
Guzzling them.
Honk.
Breaker, this is Lasagna 28. What's your 20? Oh, yeah.
Gonna go radio silent for a while I kill some people.
The last thing I'll mention, I don't know if I have any other sort of spooky stories, but the last thing I'll mention is one of my favorite things that happened on a haunted tour in Toronto.
Yes.
Which was this guy who, again, was just very, very much had the confidence of like a Michael B. Jordan, like the actor, like the confidence of someone who is just like never been told no in their life, has gotten everything, just has the world on a string. This guy was just so brazenly confident. And as he was giving the tour, he'd be like, here's a hospital where like a nurse, fed mercury to a child and the child, just all these incredible stories where you're like, this is wild. And then at some point he stops just on a side street, and seemingly there's buildings around, but they look fairly modern. And he turned around and sort of clasped his hands as if he was like
evil.
Yes, Dr. Evil.
Dr. Evil.
Yes.
And he got this sort of smug look on his face, and we're all like, ooh, is this going to be like the best story or something? And he goes, and here's a portion of the tour that I look forward to the most. And I'm like, oh boy, here we go. And he kind of looks down, and we kind of all follow his gaze, and there's like a sewer, like a manhole cover over a sewer. And he goes, and I'm not getting this correct, so I'm just going to paraphrase what he said. Numbers be damned.
Yes.
He says something along the lines of, 40 feet below us right now is one of the largest underground caverns in Toronto, where there's a water system, da-da-da-da-da. And he goes on, and he goes, does anyone know what film shot right below our feet?
Oh, my God.
We're all like, I don't know. I mean, I don't care. I'd rather hear about something cool or spooky.
Right.
That happened there. And then everyone's like, no. And he goes, any guesses? And we're like, no. And he goes, does someone want to take a guess? And we're like, you're the guide. Like, no.
Just tell us.
Stop asking us. Tell us the info. And he goes, Suicide Squad. And we all kind of
oh my God.
Us tour members who don't know each other kind of look at each other of like, is this guy serious right now? And he goes, has anyone here seen Suicide Squad? And we're like, what? Come on, man. Like, what are we doing?
And that is so funny.
As he tried to tell us more facts, I think he saw like the disinterest, like he saw our eyes glaze over like sharks. And I think he was like, okay, this is not the group for that.
So
and
I guess you don't care about a certain tour guide's cameo in Suicide Squad.
That's exactly it.
That's probably where it was leading. But I think he felt the energy drop out of the space, and he was like, okay, I better keep it going.
And,
but I just love
people got really sick because the sewers were not good for a long time. Okay. Oh, God.
And a ghost, and someone, Will Smith will eventually die, and that's what else? But that was just one of the weirdest things where I'm like, I will never not do a haunted ghost tour in a city I've never been to when I have time, because moments like that where it's just like, what are we doing?
Just some awkwardness.
Because I bet it really landed with some of the tours.
Yes.
I bet some people were like, oh, hell yeah, dude. Suicide Squad.
Yeah, he wasn't trying out new material. He's like, normally Suicide Squad kills.
Awesome.
Yes, tried and true. Some 8th grade field trip went nuts, and he was like, oh, I can expect this every time.
Yes.
Sorry.
That is so cute. That's so funny.
Poor guy. Well, Adal, tell us where we can find you.
Yes.
Replug.
Yes. I'm in Chicago. You might see me walking around. Otherwise, I'm on the podcast Hello from the Magic Tavern. and Hey Riddle Riddle. And we had a recent episode of Hey Riddle Riddle where you two were on, which was fantastic.
So fun.
We talked about all the beautiful dogs of Greece.
Oh, yeah.
And we talked a little bit about some spooky stuff up top.
Yeah.
Can't help it.
Yeah, so if you're looking for an entry point for Hey Riddle Riddle, I would highly recommend the episode with the two of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
That was so
And
fun.
thank
and
you
this
so
was
much.
so fun.
Yes, this was a blast.
Yes, this is a
yeah,
blast.
thank
you all
you
for
so
having me.
much.
Yeah.
Thank you two for having me.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, yeah! Thank you so much for listening to A Funny Feeling.
If you have a paranormal experience that you would like to share, please send us a voice memo, or you can email us just a letter at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com. I'm Marcy.
I'm Betsy, and don't shit your pants!
That was a HeadGum podcast.